Hi, my name is Rob Ray from MP3 Car. We're here at AFK Fest 2009 in Baltimore, Maryland, and Will Meyer has driven his show car up here from Arlington, and from what I've heard so far, this is a pretty interesting mix of technology. So, Will, do you mind giving us a quick demo of the car?
Yeah, no problem. Let's check it out.
And what type of car is it that we're going to see?
This is a 2008 Mazda Speed 3.
All right, cool. Let's jump in.
All right, so basic idea: centrifuge front end. This is just a custom skin. Hold on, sorry. Okay, so centrifuge, right? You've all, kind of normal centrifuge install. Integration with, a bunch of stuff embedded for Skype and Twitter and RSS and stuff like that. The cam, which is this video camera here. The nav, the gauges are dash commands. I'll show you in a second. Emulators, right? Super Nintendo, Nintendo 2600, all that stuff. And then, so the interesting thing is like a bunch of custom code that does a couple things. Talks to OBD2, talks to the GPS, talks to this LCD down here, and basically is grabbing OBD2, grabbing GPS, updating this thing, periodically, right? So cool and temp is whatever, and then just kind of cycling through OBD2 parameters. This sort of panel here, just custom panel. So this is like play, pause. This is like navigation. So this is the navigation hook. This thing is, multifunction kind of knob. So move down is one.
Space navigator.
Space navigator. Move up is the visualization. Left is the gauges. Pull up is home, right? So kind of basic stuff. And then, like next song, stuff like that. That's the voice recognition. That's just to turn the screen on and off. This is power to the head unit to the PC. This stuff's all custom. Like this, the factory unit usually is here. So I move this, this aftermarket unit's here. That's not a CD player, it's just purely digital. Like custom mount kind of for this stuff. This is all custom, just black fiberglass or plexiglass to kind of match all this factory trim, which is like this sort of glossy color. And yeah, I think that's the basic idea.
So everybody wants to know, how do you do one of these things yourself? So how much money do you think you have into the system?
For you and not my family members, maybe like, I don't know, 1,500 bucks.
Oh, okay.
Maybe something like that.
Yeah. How about time? Because 1,500 isn't terrible for a top-of-the-line stereo system.
Yeah, although
so, you can easily go spend 2,500 bucks on a top-of-the-line stereo system.
Although I would say that, like, I have an amp and a sub.
So that's pretty good to have all that in that range.
Well, I guess now that you're making me think about it, I guess that's not actually true. There's no way it could be 1,500.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. A little more. It's hard to tell because you buy all these things kind of piecemeal.
Right.
I will say, like, I broke a screen at one point, just like doing all the fab and trying to get it in, which was kind of a pain. So like I ate, 300 bucks on a touchscreen once, which was a drag. But, in terms of time, like I just spend, some weekend time, like a lot of sort of late night time. I have a pretty busy job. I do software stuff. So, a lot of like very late at night, time in the garage.
How much time total do you think?
I have no idea. Like, a good amount.
Right.
A good amount. Not, it's not like all I do is work on the car, but,
yeah.
A good amount. And I've done it a couple times. Like not a couple times, but like I put everything in over the course of maybe like a month, and then I took everything out again to do this panel kind of as like a second stage.
Yeah. So if you had
when
to do
I did
this,
I redid all this piece.
Yeah.
You could probably do it from scratch if you weren't doing anything else, like in a week maybe.
Okay, so about 7 days of labor. If you had this car from bare, you could.
Yeah, and I knew what I was doing, and the problem was like you never really know what you're doing. So
right, because every car is different.
Yeah, and you do things like a few times. Like I must have, to get this screen in here, I must have done that like 10 times to try to get it to fit perfectly and be stable and everything. I did that quite a number of times. So now that I had to do it again, I could do it pretty fast. But
right.
But it took, it was kind of painful to get it originally. And then, yeah, I can't really demo it now because I'm not online, but, the iPhone interface, the IM stuff, the thing talking to this screen, all that's custom code, which I've just kind of worked on in the evenings here and there.
Very cool.
And yeah, so that's the basic setup.
Well, Will, that was very impressive. Thanks a lot for the tour, and we appreciate your time coming up to the show and taking part in the forums and documenting all your work. And
yeah, thanks for the event and thanks for the forums.
I think this work's definitely an inspiration to a lot of other techies trying to make stuff happen. So
cool.
Thanks.
All right, thank you.